Hello everybody, I'm Shepard and welcome back to the Heroes 101 week where we teach you how to play the game and get you into the Nexus brawling it out with us. This time I'm going to go over one of my favorite characters, Sylvanas. So let's go ahead, I'm on training mode so I'll be able to do all kinds of weird and fun things. So let's go ahead and take her in. Now, the basic power of Sylvanas is called Black Arrow, and what this does is any minions, any mercenaries, and any towers and forts that it hits, basically with any ability or basic attack, it's going to cover it with this black shadow kind of stuff, and it's going to cause them to actually pause. They cannot do anything while they're being hit with that black arrow. So that's really the power of Sylvanas. She can go in and just completely shut down the other team's defenses, take out mercenaries without even getting hit. I mean, she's just super powerful and really a character that I love. So it looks like we're coming up to Garden of Terror here. Alright, I'm going to skip over the little introduction and we're going to get going. So I'm going to take her out. Let's just go down to the bottom. Why not? Take her out to the bottom. Now over here we have all of her different talents that you can go through. With the wind, increases the withering fire range. Now the withering fire is this guy right here. It actually, you just hit Q and it will pick the nearest target to you and hit it with a extra arrow kind of thing. You have 5 available and they recharge real quick. So basically what this is doing is increasing that range. Now you also have Lost Soul, which reduces the cooldown of her Shadow Dagger by 2 seconds, so that's good. Shadow Dagger's right here. It's a 10-second normal cooldown, so it reduces it down to 8. And this actually deals 14 damage and an additional 54 damage over the next 2 seconds. It also spreads to nearby targets. That's a pretty powerful thing right there that it spreads. Yeah, Barb Shot. So the Withering Fire deals 200% damage to minions and mercenaries. And then you also have Corruption, where your basic attack is going to actually destroy the ammo in the towers that you attack. I normally don't pick Corruption just because I stop towers from shooting anyhow when I'm shooting them. So as long as I'm there, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Lost Soul. That's one of my favorites. I usually switch between Barb Shot and Lost Soul. So let's take that cooldown and let's go ahead and get out here into the action. Looks like Sonya needs some help up here. She's actually almost got Muradin down, so she's probably going to get him out of there before I get there. But here I come, and we'll start doing damage. Now you notice Lily, see, there goes those shadow shots as I hit Q. And I'm playing the computer AI, which is incredibly stupid. So, just real quick, now see how I have this purple symbol over them? That's which one my when I hit Q, where my arrow is going to go. You see, as I hit it, that you see that shadow pop out and hit them. Now the cool effect with this is I can come over here and actually shoot this one. It got minions on me. I can actually shoot one of the towers with my normal shot, my just basic attack kind of thing, while I'm close to the other tower. That will allow me to hit Q, my Withering Fire here. So watch, I'm gonna come up here. Lily, get out of the way. Killing what I'm doing here. Oop, and there comes the other team. Time to run.
Enough of your insolence.
Kerrigan, you don't want none of this. So while they're all gathering all that stuff, let me just clear these guys out with Raynor and I'll show you what I was going to talk about. So I can actually come in here, get close to this one, but shoot at that one. So now I'm hitting this one down here with Q, my Withering Fire, but I'm hitting that one up there with my basic attack, and I'm shutting down both towers at the same time, giving my team a huge advantage. You can also use this shadow dagger like I just did. Again, it spreads, so you can actually watch it spread between multiple targets. And notice how my team's taking very little damage from this wall as we're just completely taking it out. Tychus is trying to defend it, but now I can go up here and start hitting this fort, and all of a sudden we stop shooting there. Now I can spread my stuff, and I'm going to run because here they come. Woohoo! Kerrigan, boo. That's what I get for playing around. So that's the basics of the first two. You have Withering Fire, which you just hit Q. It goes after the closest enemy to you unless there's a hero within range. It always goes after an enemy hero first. Next one is Shadow Dagger. That's the one that throws out, it spreads. It's a really good effect. Next is Haunting Wave. I haven't talked about this one. This one sends forth a Banshees screaming at the opponent. So we're going to come up here. Let's tell you what, let's go up to the top. Run up to the top real quick. So it sends out a wave of Banshees dealing 118 damage to all targets that are in its cone, basically. And while it's going out, if I reactivate it, I hit E again, it will actually, I can teleport to that location. So here it goes, there's my cone, hit it, hit the button again, boom, I teleport to that location. That is a very good thing for chasing down rogue enemies that are trying to get away from you, or to use as a distraction. But you notice when I use it, if I'm using it to get away, I'm actually standing there until I can jump forward. So if you're getting chased by heroes, you're going to take some damage from that. Alright, so let's go up here and see if we can take out these towers real quick. Get close to one, start shooting at the other. And so I get Black Arrow on both of those. Oh, here comes the minions. They took over my little Withering Fire icon. So I got towers shooting at me. So since this one's out of ammo, I can actually shoot my basic attack up here and use my Withering Fire to take out whatever's close to me. I'm also going to throw out my blade. Do some more damage. It's just real simple, real quick. Sylvanas is a powerful, powerful hero. Alright, so we have the basics there. Let's jump back and look at our next round of talents. I'm going to hide in the bushes. And, alright, so we have Paralysis, which increases the Black Arrow duration by 100%. Now, Black Arrow normally is just 1 second, so this will increase it to 2 seconds. Overflowing Quiver, which basically once I'm at 5 charges here, it's automatically going to fire out one as soon as I get, so it's basically like getting extras that I don't really have to use, so that's kind of cool. Haunting Waves. Alright, so basically when you send out your Banshees, it's going to add extra charges of Withering Fire. So if every time I send out my Banshees, it's going to refill all those charges, so I'm back up to 5. So that's pretty powerful as well. And then you got Envenom, which you activate to deal damage over time. Now on this one, I always 100%, this is up to you guys, but I 100% choose Paralysis. So Sylvanas' Black Arrow is so powerful, adding that extra second just does stupid amounts of things. So, oh, and I've been playing so long I actually can look at my next talent here. So, I picked that one, so I picked Paralysis there. Now I already have my level 7 talents, and I have my level 10 talents too. So here's level 7. You have Unstable Poison. Black Arrow explodes enemies on death. That's a lot of fun. Life Drain. Shadow Dagger heals you, right? And then you have Remorselessness. Easy for me to say. After using ability, your next basic attack within 3 seconds deals extra damage. Mercenary Lord. So anytime you're actually sieging with I wanted to say Kerrigan, with Sylvanas, they do 50% more damage. Interesting. And I'll tell you why that's interesting in just a minute. In Shade Form, Haunting Wave grants stealth. So for 3 seconds you can actually stealth, and notice that activating that teleport does not break your stealth. So that's kind of cool. You can actually turn invisible, teleport away, and really use this as an escape for her. So I'm going to choose, now there's two different ways you can do this. If you're going to be going after mercenaries, which Sylvanas is supremely excellent at, I really believe she's one of the best characters in the game for going after mercenaries, and I'll show you why in just a minute. Mercenary Lord is just awesome, powerful, it's amazing. The other one I usually pick out of this is if I'm going to be really pushing with the front charge kind of thing, I'll take this unstable poison where Black Arrow explodes enemies on their death. If you can catch a hero, now notice it does 165 damage to nearby enemies. If I can catch all these little minions with one of the shadow daggers, remember it spreads, and then kill one, he's going to explode to start killing the others, and it becomes this huge chain reaction. If you can catch a hero right in the middle, and people love to hide in their minions because that's their protection. If you can catch a hero in the middle of the minions and explode all of them in a chain reaction, you're going to do massive damage really quick. But this time, I'm going to choose Mercenary Lord. So, alright, and then my level 10s are up here. I'll look at those in just a little bit, but I'm going to play with Mercenary Lord for just a little bit. Tell you what, let's go over here and go to these Siege Giants and watch what Sylvanas can do.
Choose a talent.
Mount up,
Choose a talent.
get on my Horde Wolf, and we will head over this way. Now, just like I told you with the towers, see, I've got my reticle here on the one. I start shooting the other and use my Q on the other one. With that extra duration, they can't even touch me. I can take out these mercenaries all by myself without taking a single piece of damage. Now, notice how they're even bigger because I took Mercenary Lord. These guys are super powerful. They can take out a lot. Now I can even go down here to this bruiser camp. I'm just going to cruise on down here, and with some tricky rotation and shooting back and forth, that kind of thing, I can take out an entire bruiser camp with very little damage. I'm not even going to worry about these seeds. We're more worried about other stuff. So,
Do not test my patience.
coming in here. Oh, Rhaegar needed some help, but I'm not even going to help him because I'm not worried about it. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to spread that corruption around. I'm going to start shooting one. Start shooting the others. No, you don't. Now notice I'm just clicking back and forth between these guys. Now I can get them lined up. Get out another. There you go. I can also send out my Banshees to pause some of them. Sonya came over to help me. And there we go. And again, I just sent out some very, very powerful mercenaries to go cause complete havoc. I took very, very little damage. That's where Sylvanas really excels. Now, you're not going to get huge amounts of XP doing that for your team or anything like that, but you can go in and just completely obliterate the computer. I'm going to jump. Chase him down. There you go. That's how it's done. Oh, look at Kerrigan, silly mortal. Alright, now, as far as her super abilities, her heroics, she has two different ones. She has Wailing Arrow, which basically what that's going to do is shoot an arrow straight out. You control it, it goes straight in one direction, does a lot of damage. Right here it does 440 damage, and it is also an area effect. So, you can... as you shoot it off, hit the button again to detonate it early. Like if the heroes are closer than the maximum range of the arrow, you fire it off, you hit the R again, and it explodes right where it's at. So that one's pretty cool. Then down here you have Possession. Now this is going to turn an enemy minion into an ally. So it's a real quick cooldown. It also gains 20% attack damage and health. So this one's okay. I don't pick it a whole lot. The real power of Possession, it becomes when you get to level 20 and you get your Storm talents, then you can actually possess enemy minions, and that's where the power of it becomes, because they can collect it. You can just walk up and take them right over, and it's, I mean, that's where it's awesome. But I'm going to choose Wailing Arrow. Alright, so let's take a look at it. Let's just fire one off. That's the max range. And that's as far as it goes. If I just fire it, it's going to go to that tip of the arrow and then explode. If I hit R again, It explodes early. So that's kind of how you use it. It is a 90-second cooldown. It has a long time. So let's look at our next batch of talents. Oh, look, they got a terror out. Alright, so at level 13, we have Overwhelming Affliction. Black Arrow slows heroes. Oh, so now we can start slowing them down, and it stacks up to 5 times, so I can slow them 25% of their movement speed. Evasive Fire, so your Withering Fire grants movement speed. That's kind of nice. Helps you get away, get in, whichever you need to do. Splinter Shot, Withering Fire hits a second enemy. Or Spell Shield, reduce incoming ability damage. I really don't use that one much. It basically reduces damage for 50% by 2 seconds, can only trigger once every 30 seconds. With her power of slowing everything down, I don't think you need it that much. I usually take the Splinter Shot. Now, with that, I can actually sit here and choose different towers. I can take on 3 different things at one time now. I'm going to go up here and help with this Garden Terror just to give them some help. Zagar and Rhaegar are working on it here. Now watch. Here we go. All of a sudden the little minions start exploding. I gotta watch that. Gotta watch that little circle. There he goes. Lily, you came at a bad time. There goes Lily. Send out my Withering Shot, or my whatever it is. My dagger, Shadow Dagger. Now notice I've completely shut down all these turrets, all these towers, and I can do the exact same. I can come over here. I can start shooting at one. Let's explode these guys real quick. There we go. So I've got Q going on this one over here. My Withering Fire. I've got my normal shot over there. Here comes Lily thinking she's awesome. Notice all my heroes are safe. We're just sitting here doing some bunch of damage, and here goes Withering Fire. I mean the big arrow. We're just going to take these guys out. Of course we're playing dumb computer guys, but we're just going to take them out real fast. I can come over here, take out this tower. Notice how I just protect all my guys. I just walk in, take one shot, that's fine. I'm going to need help from my friends here. Run away. Alright, let's check out the next wave of talents. So at 16, we have Windrunner, can cast Haunting Wave twice. Cold Embrace, Shadow Dagger makes enemies vulnerable. Will of the Forsaken, activate to gain unstoppable and movement speed. And Blood for Blood, activate to slow and steal health from your targets. I'm going to go for Shadow Dagger, makes enemies vulnerable, so they'll take 25% more damage. It does reduce the range of my dagger, but that's alright, because now these guys are going to be vulnerable, and I'm going to start wailing on them.
My plans.
Run away! Flee!
Disgust me.
Yay, I got away. So, there we go. Let's teleport back home.
The night comes, heroes. Remember, kill the shadows.
And it's time to go minion hunting again, or mercenary hunting. So we got that top lane cleared. Let's go ahead and go down here and start getting some of these others. See if we can push the bottom lane. So that's really the basics. At level 20, you're going to get this Deafening Blast, which increases the power of your Wailing Arrow.
What a joyous night to have a
There we go. I'll click on that. So Dark Lady's Call increases the bonus and allows Merc Possession. That's the other one for Possession. That's the one I was talking about there. Fury of the Storm. Basic attacks chained to enemy mercenaries and minions. And Bolt of the Storm, activate to teleport a short distance. I really don't feel like Bolt of the Storm is needed for her. She has the teleport with her Wailing Banshees. It's just bleh. I don't see the need for it. So I usually go Fury of the Storm because Deafening Blast. It's just such a long cooldown that it can be super powerful, but that's such a long cooldown that I just don't find it that useful. I usually go for Fury of the Storm.
I'm here.
The terror awaits.
Oh, look, here they come, and I am right in the middle of them. Oh, Tychus is gonna die. Yeah, you better run, Tychus. So there we go. I can wail to the other side, which I've already used it. Pick up some of these guys. Notice it pauses them, so I can easily take these guys out.
The dawn has come, heroes.
I mean, it's just, she's just super powerful. I can siege all by myself and not really have to worry about a whole lot. So let's go and just watch how she can completely just tear up this fort all by herself. Yeah, y'all are great. Y'all are minions. Dying of fire. Quite literally. It's a black fire, but so I can go up here. I take a hit, but that's about it. Now I can just sit here and take out this tower by myself, not doing anything, not wasting any energies. There's nothing they can do about it. And there's Muradin to come play. Go run away, Muradin. Oh, here's a couple of them now. Comes my team to help me. So there you go. We're going to drop this sucker quick because there's not much they can do about it. Notice how that vulnerability, they just took huge amounts of damage. It's not even funny. Boom, boom, boom. There goes all the minions exploding. There goes me into the tower. So there you go. There's a real quick overview of what Sylvanas is like in the game and how powerful she is. So go in there, use her talents to your advantage. Take over those enemy mercenaries. Beat your own mercenaries without taking any damage while your entire team's still fighting. It's just really simple. Just take them out. So that's about it, guys. Love you some Sylvanas, and I'll see you in the Nexus.